Today, I want to build a house in The Sims, but every room is a different painting. There are currently 529 paintings and posters in The Sims 4, so today we are going to randomize one of them, randomize a swatch, and build the entire room centered around it. And real quick, before we get into it, I am part of the EA Creator Network. I've been gifted a couple packs in the past, and I do have a creator code Sarah that you can use when checking out on the EA app or thesims.com, and I will make a small commission from that. If you'd like to, don't feel like you have to. Let's get into the video. This is what I have for the shell. It is subject to change, but starting with the exterior and front porch, this is going to be inspired by the fourth painting in the game. No. That's a spider web. Well, we don't need to randomize a swatch because there's only one swatch. We're gonna take this as a loose inspiration to make the exterior look as maybe it's a little bit more run down. It's an abandoned exterior. Is the whole house abandoned? I don't know, but the exterior is abandoned. I'm going in with some of these industrial accents. I'm wondering if this potentially was an old warehouse, an old storage unit that was supposed to be converted into a house, but maybe abandoned halfway through. I'm just adding more cobwebs all over. I kind of want to add the other ones, but then I'm like, that's an entirely separate painting. So we're just getting the floor one over and over again. Maybe it was the exact same spider. Maybe the spider is a perfectionist and they have practiced the same web over and over again. I'm going into debug because there's a ton of like random construction pieces, run down looking items that I think could really add to our vibe here. I like grabbing the random construction items from debug, and that's actually our landscaping for this build. I really could scroll through debug all day, and I still might and go back and add more later, but for now we need to think about doors and windows. We could go with something eco lifestyle. We could go with a door like this from Get Famous. Does that mean the eco lifestyle windows would kind of look good too? I also forgot we have to do the patio. Maybe eco lifestyle can assist us again. We could use some of these fabricated things. Ooh, I kind of like it. I like the naturey, flowery rug. It kind of brings in a little bit of these spider webs maybe. I really do like the layout, and the more I look at the outside, the more I'm like, that's a mess, but that is exactly what I was going for. So this is going to be our exterior and front patio, inspired thematically by the floor cobweb. Moving on into this entryway area, this is going to be inspired by the 171st painting in the game. I forgot this challenge involves a lot of counting. 71 is this wall mural from Snowy Escape that actually is not going to fit on any wall unless we size it down. It has 6 swatches, and we are going to be inspired by the third. Ooh, which is this one with the tiger. So if I size it down, I can squeeze it right here. I'm thinking, what if we use this really orangey wood from Eco, and we could use some of this wood paneling from Snowy Escape. These Seasons doors are a great match for the wood swatch that we have going on. And I think for some of these we'll be inspired thematically and color scheme wise, and other times we might just be inspired color scheme wise. I wasn't sure what to put in front of the windows, but I like that this bookshelf doesn't have a back, so it still lets the light through. Where is the tiger plushie from For Rent? Where is it? I want to use this poster that also has a tiger on it, but I'm like, what if we get that poster? The odds are 1 in 527. We do have this statue from For Rent. Is there any way that I could more precisely get this onto the bookshelf? Wait a minute. It kind of works. It kind of fits perfectly right there. Okay. Here is the tiger plushie. It took me forever to find this. I have no idea why. And now we need some form of entryway mat. Vibes wise, I like this one. I like the stripes, though it is supposed to actually be a grate. I don't know how we feel about that. What if we just kept it simple with eco? I think the front door sticks out a bit, but this is going to be our entryway inspired by the 171st painting. Moving on into the kitchen now, we are going to be using the 236th painting in the game. 36, the unidentified creature stencil. We were so close to like a poster, at least a poster. This has 8 swatches, and we are going to be inspired by the 6, which thankfully is this very neutral beige color. I'm going to take some liberty with that and carry over our flooring for the sake of continuity. For some reason, my mind immediately went to these For Rent counters, but now I'm seeing that they're not exactly that same like yellowish swatch. The Parenthood countertop is pretty similar, or we could do a yellow kitchen with Dream Home Decorator. I do have a question for the audience, and that is, do you like that I randomize exactly what swatch we use, or would you prefer that after we randomize what item I use, I get to choose the swatch? I'm open to either. Comment a pink heart if you like that I randomize, and comment a red heart if you don't like. How would you all feel about doing a different color upper cabinet in this kitchen? Is that too many wood swatches? I don't know. I'm starting to not like the flooring. I feel like if we could do different flooring anywhere, it would be the kitchen because we could do some tile in here. Not that tile though. Do we do this wallpaper? It would be a little ridiculous, right? To do the prehistoric freezer bunnies wallpaper. I actually do think it could work because we have the standalone backsplash now. So we don't have to worry about doing tile on the entirety of the wall. Never mind. I do not like this. This does not look good. Maybe the backsplash is the friends we made along the way. The friends being the dinosaurs. Maybe this used to be like an archaeology site. I think I get to take creative liberties in this room specifically because this is a triceratops. And if you did not realize, it is a triceratops. That is my favorite dinosaur because it has my name in it. So I actually get to do whatever I want in this room. I never add like a standing mixer or like any of these other little appliances. So I want to add that. Maybe the cart from the kitchen clutter kit kind of fits in nicely. I want to do the cookie clutter like they're making cookies. Maybe they're making them in the shape of the triceratops. Well, this is going to be our kitchen inspired by the 236th painting in the game. Moving on to the dining area, I actually couldn't decide if it should be this area or this area, but I think it's going to be this area. And we are going to be inspired by the 230th rug in the game. Wait, first of all, I said rug. Second of all, we literally just did the 236th one. 30 is the Werewolf Noir film poster. It has 6 swatches and we are using the 5th. Ooh, which is this one. Wait, maybe this could be really pretty if we kind of lean into the pink. Do I want to go back to using this same flooring again, just for continuity? It was really a choice to use the very orangey one, but I might keep it. The flooring does maybe somewhat match the hat. Oh, this pink on the walls is kind of exactly what I want. Something that I have observed is that every single painting so far has had to do with like an animal or a creature or something. Like this one we have werewolf, the last one we had dinosaur, entryway we had tiger, and outside we had spider. Ooh, what if we go with these eco lifestyle lights because they're kind of like wicker, kind of rope, straw, something. That looks like maybe a straw hat. These windows I think are kind of glitched. Are we taking ideas from the general pack of werewolves as well for this room? I feel like if we use the dining table, that's not really what I'm going for. But what am I going for is the question. Maybe these chairs. I like that pink. It just feels like very soft and feminine, which is what I'm getting from the picture. And what kind of rug? The werewolves rug maybe? Ooh, it maybe could look good. That one is a really nice contrast. I want to size it up with the tool mod because if I size it up with the right bracket key, it's too big. Okay, I'm coming to you with a business proposal. If tool mod is updated by the time I post this video and put this on the gallery, I will just size it up and keep the rug. If not, I will choose a different rug. Deal? Deal? Shake my hand. Deal? Okay, deal. The room is not done though. I just really like this rug so much. Also, don't these kind of look like dinosaur tracks? Not Triceratops tracks, but other dinosaur tracks? Storyline, archaeologist, paleontologist. Wait, again, dinosaur. Wait, it is all coming together. We need something on this wall, but I don't want it to take away from the poster. That's supposed to be our main focus. String lights. What about the words? I feel like the words don't take away too much. This is going to be our dining room inspired by the 230th painting in the game. Okay, let's move on to the living area now. And this one is going to be inspired by the 289th painting in the game. I feel like we at least will be getting to an actual painting, right? 289. Hoots their tree decal. We still are not at any actual painting yet. And once again, we have something inspired by an animal. Well, a bird. What's going on? This has 12 swatches and we will be using the 5th one. Oh, which is this one with the little squirrels. I'm gonna start us off with a couch. Something green to match the leaves. I want like a dark brown on the wall. And maybe we use wood. Maybe it's like the tree trunk, right? I imagine this little bump out would be some books. I also feel like we will be doing one of the bedrooms as a kid's room now because this could all fit in with like, oh, the parents are just very, you know, open to the child helping decorate all the rooms. But look at the state of this house. Is anyone even actually living here? I take these challenges so literally and literally to a fault, but I have to say, I'm slightly considering making the minimum for the rest of the rooms like 300 because that's where you actually really get into the like paintings and not just posters and decals. Maybe we'll do one more room where we can get all of them and then for the rest of them we'll do that. When we start filling this up with lots of plants, I don't think it's looking that bad. And maybe that's just because I've been looking at it for too long. Maybe this is where the paleontologists, dinosaur researchers study different plant foods that the dinosaurs ate. They maybe also could just like plants. That's also a pretty simple explanation. explanation. This eco lifestyle window is called There May Be a Squirrel Outside Window, and I didn't even use it in this room. I don't know what I'm doing on the rest of the walls. I haven't even paid attention to them. Do we keep it kind of dark? Maybe if there's a kid in here though, we should do some kids toys. We could do the dinosaur, even though this was not the dinosaur specific room. Wait, I didn't put the Triceratops toy in the kitchen? Okay, well, let me just slide that in there. I also do not know what is supposed to go on this wall. It's weird because I'm really trying not to grab any other paintings and posters, which is what I normally would do. I don't really have words other than I'm sorry, but this is our living room. Moving on, this is gonna be like an office, skill building, bonus room kind of space. This is going to be the last one where every painting is in play. We're going to be using the 362nd painting in the game. The sunbeam scribble. One of my favorite paintings in the game, this cats and dogs one. This actually has 20 swatches, and we are going to be using the 18th one, which is this one. It's kind of blue, kind of green, kind of rusty. It just occurred to me that we don't have a door to this room, but it's so weird to do it from the dining room. What was I thinking? Okay, door here. Door in literally the farthest corner. Tree moves over here. We recenter everything. Let's just not think about that. I think actually I want to do the cloud thingy on the ceiling because we have that beautiful light blue and white in the background of this painting. Oh, and then maybe we could take like a rusty orange. This is not my favorite shade of green, but it is a similar green, and we could do that on the back wall and maybe on this wall. Maybe we could do something kind of yellowish on the flooring. Of course, this is like the first one that is actually kind of looking okay. I'm literally allergic to making good Sims builds. Stop. This desk is kind of perfect color scheme wise, but I don't really want it in here. But it's like, look how much it matches the painting. It's so good. Maybe we could do a kid's desk there, and then over here, instead of a desk, we could do the archaeology workbench. That's like closest to the storyline I'm imagining for the parent. Taking the archaeology kind of route maybe could work because these jungle adventure, oh, they literally don't look good inside. What is wrong with the lighting? I can't with this game. I can't with this game. I'm deleting The Sims 4. Why does it look normal on that wall and not on this one? I've never even done the jungle adventure gameplay. Is this stuff even related to the archaeology table? When I opened up the game today, I was like, this will be a really nice challenge because it's mainly just going to be a color scheme kind of challenge. Then we got the first one and I said, oh, but this is kind of what I was expecting the challenge to be, you know, just like vaguely inspired by the color scheme of each painting. Whoa, this chair kind of matches like that specific color in this painting, and so I will use it. I feel like the kids still gotta have a toy box, so we'll put one in there. Maybe we'll get some kind of fun lamp. Wait. I came up with a storyline concept. What if they are like not supposed to be studying dinosaurs and bringing them back to life because of previous disasters a la Jurassic Park, etc., but they secretly are. And so that's why the outside of the house has to look super abandoned so no suspicions are raised. Exactly. This is a really weird shape for an office. It's very long. Why would they have windows if this was a secret? Okay, I'm calling it. This is the office. I actually do kind of like it. This is just too, I need a break. Okay, I took a break and I'm really sorry, but unfortunately I am going to be finishing this build. So let's move on to this bathroom. And now we are going to try to get actual paintings. So the minimum is 300, the maximum is 529. We are using the 402nd painting in the game. The Mochi Booger Parade. This is one that is the same picture on all the swatches. It's just a different frame, but we are going to use the 4th swatch of the frame. Oh, which is kind of the worst one, but okay. This blue is really making me think of this blue on the floor. Do I want to do that on the walls as well? But then it's like, where are we getting the reddish pink? I was gonna say sleek bathroom, but like, that's not right. Like, that's a peachy. It's not like a pinky red. I also cannot fathom being in your room and having to walk all the way around to go to the bathroom. So we're gonna make this a Jack and Jill, and I'm adding a door here. I kind of want to filter by color. I don't even know to go by red or pink. Most of the reds are too red and most of the pinks are too pink. Could this from University be anything? It's still too pink for me. Decor to the max, maybe? I don't know. I just like the way that those lines remind me of these lines on the painting. The fact that we like really actually do not have a good match is kind of baffling to me. It just seems like everything is either bright pink or bright red, and nothing is that like juicy watermelon kind of pink. I want this pink, but I don't want everything else that comes with it. I actually just don't want the yellow because the blue would be perfect. Also, the tagging in The Sims has been bad forever, so maybe like there is something, it's just not showing up in those swatches. I think let's go with the businesses and hobbies one. I wanted to go in with some white here for the white accents, the white lines, and also because we don't really have a ton of colorful bathroom appliance items. Also, it's all still one bathroom, so we're using the same painting for inspiration, but I might split it up. That would just involve yet another door. That's too ridiculous, right? No, it's a bad idea. I might edit this out, or I might leave it in, because when we fail big and we fail together and then we grow from it, right? I think maybe I'll just do one wall. If you don't think about it for too long, it looks great. Do I incorporate the tones from the frame? Because I don't really like this frame on it. I could do these towels to incorporate the frame, I guess. Let's match the trash can to the cabinet. I think we can get away with the sleek bathroom bath mat. Oh, and maybe since we moved this door over, we can put the burglar alarm right here in the entryway. I think maybe some wall lights could be fun. These growing together lights rarely fail me. Wait, I literally used them over here. I think I'm normally anti that, but after marinating on it more, I think that makes sense. Like, it might be nice to have a stylistic consistency through a house. I don't know why I'm so anti reusing little items from room to room. Anyway, this is going to be our first bathroom. Moving on to the bedroom right here. We're doing this as a kid's room. Should we go back to the minimum being 1 since a lot of those kid themed pictures are early on? I'm going to regret this. We're going to use the 313th painting in the game, so it didn't even matter. The Never Ending Bloom from City Living. Ooh, we could do this like dark and moody, which is always like an interesting take for a kid's room, but I am kind of down. And this room is huge. I feel like this kid is living in luxury. We know they like plants, so what if we did the vine walls? We have like some brown and gold-ish tones in here as well, and we have room for a double bed, so I'm like, why not? This bed matches really nicely with the gold. I want to use the white curtain to kind of represent this white outline in the artwork. Oh my gosh, the way the morning light comes in here. I feel like it could be kind of fun to give them their own just like designated play area. Maybe they do scouting, they can have a scout board. This bear chair is perfect swatch-wise. Over here, we should do a dresser, I guess. Is this where the Modern Grimpressions one will make an appearance? I really like this little mirror just because of the pattern on it reminds me of this painting, but I might put it here by the door and still do a larger mirror like this over the dresser. Is this room making sense? Like, I don't know. I'm still putting the fluffy rug on top of the carpeted room, but I don't care. Maybe since the parent is like doing undercover research or whatever, they don't want to be found out, they made this room for the kid to grow into so they don't have to be like moving out a kid's bed and moving in a teen bed. I don't know how many people get a new bed between being a kid and a teen versus being like a toddler and a kid, but oh well. Okay, well, that's our very large kids room inspired by the 313th item in the game? Just the 313th item, I guess. All right, moving on to this primary bedroom. I'm putting the minimum at 300. We are going to be using the 327th painting in the game. My favorite. And this item is called Nature Watch. And what does our archaeologist, paleontologist, what does it basically boil down to? Nature Watch. They are watching what happened in nature a long time ago. It just go with it. This has 7 swatches. We will be using the 6th one. Oh yeah, that's gorgeous. It does feel really weird having like one singular painting for a big room like this. The other rooms weren't as big. I definitely want to get some like muted purple or pink vibe on the wall. Maybe both. And maybe for the bed, ooh, this businesses and hobbies one might work. Then I want to kind of bring in some of those more orangey cream tones with the curtains. This is what this challenge was supposed to be about. Just like this color scheme that we have going on. I feel like every time I've done this challenge, we've gotten to a like, man, this is what I meant the challenge to be, like very far into the video. Maybe this is a picture of like their biggest research site. Like they discovered a bunch of fossils or something there, and so that's why they have it memorialized in their room. I would love a fireplace, but then I also want a TV. TV has to go on top of the fireplace. How bad is that? Oh my god, that is so bad. They didn't used to make fireplaces that tall. Like in some of the other packs, they used to be shorter. Jungle Adventure mirror could really fit nicely here. I want a rug. I don't know what kind of rug, if I want it to be super patterned or if it should be something more simple. I do really like this one with the roses. Ooh, I'm just like, this color scheme is very delicious to me. Oh my god, the butterflies. Wait a minute, the butterflies. Those are the perfect swatch to go with that. Okay, well, I think this room just needs a little bit more clutter, and this will be our primary bedroom of the home. Moving on to the primary bathroom. This one is going to be inspired by the 339th picture in the game. We were doing pretty well at getting different numbers, and now we're all really close. This one is the Lovely Moments family picture. This has 16 swatches, and we are using the 16th swatch. Oh, the Horse Ranch inspired one. This actually has like the Horse Ranch World and Horse Ranch Townies. Horse Ranch did not really come with bathroom stuff now, did it? I guess we could use the counters. I made this bathroom so big because I had like a fun idea that I would like make a shower with a big platform. This would look really good if we could do half tiles. I was like, oh, I'll do the shower there. Then you can have this whole platform ledge for like your stuff. And like, yes, you can. That is what I'm going to be doing. It just would look a lot better if I could have it as a half tile. I'm using the spa day door and these spa day windows, and I actually think I'm gonna do this as half walls. I really don't know. Color scheme wise, I think I wanna, you know, include kind of like the cream off-white vibe. I feel like this one is pretty difficult. Do we have any mirrors that are very Horse Ranch? Not really, but this one could work. I'm not sure about the flooring. I guess we could do the Horse Ranch wood, but not really like in the shower. We need tile in the shower. What about the retro tile? Part of me wants to use the high school years tile. The ledge looks really weird now, considering like what I'm trying to go for. Why do the sleek bathroom tiles feel really correct in here? But these ones could be okay too. I kind of like these ones. And we could do a little washboard. I've been using the sleek bathroom hampers, and those don't actually collect laundry. Some people really hate that. I actually personally really prefer that. And then on the wall on this side, we could do an ironing board, and maybe I'll do like a teal robe and a red robe to represent these people in this picture. I don't think I really have that teal, but I do have a green. I guess I have that red. That's not too bad. I guess Horse Ranch actually maybe does have a few things for us. Maybe we could add this. Oh, it's looking like I kind of just threw things in a room and I'm gonna call it a bathroom, and maybe that is what's happening. But this will be our bathroom, our primary bathroom inspired by that painting. All right, last but not least, we have our back patio area, whatever this ends up being. I'm going back to the minimum for this one. We are going to be inspired by the 367th picture in the game. But why? There are 529. This one is a butterfly picture with 10 swatches, and we will be inspired by the 7th swatch, which is the blue one. I guess I have nothing really against it. It just doesn't really go with the vibe out here. Do we have concrete with a blue undertone maybe? Maybe we could do this one. Now I'm realizing with the storyline, they actually probably don't want anything out here. You don't want to be seen out here. This is supposed to look abandoned, but maybe we'll do like a grill. Well, what if we fenced it off a lot? Maybe they have lots of ivy covering up this area. Can't see what's going on in there. No way. The ivy is not really related to the picture. It's more related to the storyline, I guess. Oh, wow. And it's invisible ivy. So when you're looking out, you can't see it, but those looking in can't see anything in. That's actually the perfect setup. Ooh, let's do these ones. It's like the perfect rundown vibe, and it's kind of similar to the blue that we have there. I kind of want a plant that seems like not well maintained. So maybe let's get some garden pots and put like some landscaping plants so that they kind of look overgrown a bit. Nobody lives here. Definitely nobody lives here. Why is the ivy so green in Oasis Springs? This is what the other plants are looking like, dude. I'm gonna add these like lights, not very updated, kind of old-ish. So that will wrap up every room is a random painting. I definitely need to do this again. Maybe I will pick ones and put them on a wheel and randomize them that way. I also think it could be really fun to do this with like famous paintings. So if you want to see that, if you have any other ideas, comment down below. If you made it this far, comment the like artist palette emoji. I love that one. Let me know your favorite room if you had one, maybe. And don't forget that I stream on Twitch. I'm live playing The Sims every weekend. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a like and also subscribe to my channel. We are always doing something silly goofy in The Sims here. YouTube thinks that you will like whatever video it is showing you on the screen right now, so go check it out, see if YouTube was right. And other than that, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and a lovely tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!